Will, played by Dean Andrews, is set to walk his daughter Dawn Taylor, Olivia Bromley, down the aisle during next week's episodes of Emmerdale. This was a day he thought he would never see, as his criminal past has always left him looking over his shoulder, but as the big day arrives, he feels he can finally put it all to rest. Unfortunately, Meena, Paige Sandhu, is back in the village and is desperate for revenge on the bride and her husband-to-be Billy Fletcher, Jay Consul, but as things take a dramatic turn on the ITV soap, it could be Will who is killed off. The week will get off to a celebratory start as the happy couple tie the knot on Valentine's Day in front of their friends and family. Although, the high spirits are short-lived, as the pair are soon being confronted by Meena, who will tell the groom he has to choose whether he dies or if his bride does. With the deadly game taking place away from home farm, where the reception is being held, the rest of the villagers begin to party. However, it's not too long before they start to realize the newlyweds have not arrived, and Will becomes increasingly concerned about his daughter's whereabouts. In recent scenes on the weeknight serial drama, the Taylors have been disturbed by someone breaking into their home, and so Will immediately thinks the tormentor has got their hands on Dawn. At this point, Will does not know Meena has returned to the village, and so he has no idea who could have been stalking the family. Needing to track Dawn down, the father of the bride could so set off around the Dales, hoping to spot a sign of where the couple might have gone. This is when he could stumble across the newlyweds being held hostage by the serial killer, and he would be horrified by what he is seeing. Though, he knows he would have to be careful with how he approaches the situation, as one wrong move could lead to his daughter being shot down. Unfortunately, as he makes his move from the shadows, Meena could be spooked by his arrival and end up pulling the trigger on him. As Meena loses control of the situation, Billy could tackle Meena to the ground as Dawn rushes to be with her father. The bride could say her final goodbyes as Will dies in her arms, having become the last victim of the notorious serial killer. This could be Meena's last kill, as the police would soon arrive to arrest her, having been trying to apprehend her for weeks. Everyone would be able to see how callous she really is, as she shows no empathy over murdering another innocent resident. Will's death would spark storylines for several key characters on the show, as Dawn would be overcome with grief following the events of her wedding day. Kim Tate, Claire King, would also be left heartbroken, as she would have felt she had finally found the love of her life in Will. Harriet Finch, Catherine Dowd-Lighton, would also have to deal with her grief, having been romantically involved with Will for years. This would bring Meena's kill count to a total of 5, having murdered her friend Nadine before coming to the village, and youngster Leanna Kavanagh, Mimi Slinger, Andrea Tate, Anna Nightingale, and Ben Tucker, Simon Lennon, also found themselves at the villain's mercy before she ended their lives. She tried to get rid of Manpreet Sharma, Rebecca Sarkar, and Vinnie Dingle, Bradley Johnson, at the beginning of the year, but her plot was foiled when the villagers realized she was dangerous. How well do you know your British soaps? How many times has Ian Beale been married in EastEnders? What is the name of Bianca Jackson and Ricky Butcher's son on EastEnders? On EastEnders in 2002, who accidentally ran Jamie Mitchell over in his car, which caused his death? How many times has Corey's Steve MacDonald been married? What happened to Emily Bishop in Coronation Street? Who murdered Maxine Peacock in Coronation Street in 2003? Which incident in 1993 killed off 4 characters in Emmerdale? When did the show stop being known as Emmerdale Farm? On what day did Hollyoaks air its first episode? What was the name of the much-loved Coronation Street pet dog who was put down in April 2020 after 14 years? 1996 saw the arrival of one of Hollyoaks' all-time bad boys and rival of Kurt Benson, but who is he? Who is the longest-serving character on Coronation Street? Who shot Phil in EastEnders? How many fires have there been at Corey's Rover's return? Get out of my pub, you're no soaps fan. You're either too young to remember the big lines or have better things to do on weekday evenings. Casual viewer, you watch them sometimes so you kinda know what's been going on. Die-hard fan, you love watching the soaps so much your entire week is planned around when they air. The actor who plays Will, Dean, spoke about securing his dream role with Emmerdale when he first joined the cast in 2019. Dean explained, "As a Yorkshire lad, I have always loved Emmerdale and I was thrilled to have joined the cast. I think that everything from the acting to the stories are consistently great and I couldn't wait to get stuck in." Executive producer Jane Hudson said at the time, "Dean is a superb actor and his character certainly shook things up for some of our villagers. And as a Yorkshireman he is fitted into Emmerdale perfectly," she added, "so Will's absence in the village would be felt massively." According to the actor himself, he would be in a completely different job if he hadn't landed on acting decades ago. The soap star said, "I started acting when I was 40, so I was quite late to it anyway. I was a professional singer from the age of 17 to 25 years or so. I don't think kids still be doing that, though, as I did go back to catering college and qualified as a chef. So I went to catering college, qualified as a chef, and I started to run the catering at the golf club at the time. If I hadn't gone into acting, I think he'd be running a fish and chip shop," he told Inside Soap. So could Dean be embarking on a new venture if he were to leave the show?